Welcome back to Charlie and me, our camping vlog. The Van Build 3, my T3 Dream. Today, I think, is the 19th of June. You're pretty much going to be up to date with where the van is at this moment in time. I was on 2 weeks holidays, and for the week before that, Rocky was away on holidays. But we're here. The man is over there. Look, he's only in the door, and there he is, cleaning away already. Here is the plan. While we were away on holidays, my friend Pa, who you've seen on videos, welded the surround on the back tailgate so we can get the rubbers in, and I'll show you that now in a second. He also made me a rock and roll bed, because I'm going to be totally honest with you, that rock and roll bed there was not worth it. Was just a curse to fit. It didn't suit this van. I will be selling it. Touch me up. Don't touch me up, that's a disgusting thing to say. Sales at charlieandme.ie if you want a rock and roll bed at a good price for a T3. Anyway, Pa made us a rock and roll bed. I'm going to show that to you now as well. Our plan for today is, I have a long list there of things to do, from fitting the rubbers. Rocky is going to paint the welding that Pa did, so I'll show you that before he gets into that. According to our list, we've got to fit the rubbers. We've got a hole at the side of the van where the old power point was. We've got to fill that. Painting the tailgate. Anthony still hasn't finished the glow plug, so I'm going to ask him to do that. Pa drove this to his house, did the welding, and while driving back yesterday we blew the radiator, so I'm going to order a brand new radiator, and we think we might need a fan as well, because he noticed when the van overheated the radiator, the fan didn't come on. So we have a few things to do on that, but today we want to get as many little bits done as we can. I would even love to get the fridge fitted in, and I'll run a 12 volt power to it, or a lead to it, so we can still use it as our fridge because the weather is still fine. Let me change cameras and show you exactly where we are now today, the 19th, to what stage the van is at. So when I got the van, this was not there. In fact, this run here was welded to this here, and there was all this was rotten away, and this is where you clip the door rubbers to. And as you can see there, it's actually gone there, but that's not really important because we have a good grip here. So Rocky is going to paint all the welding that Pa did along there and up along there. Brian, my friend, who has a couple of these vans, gave me, you know, I love these lights and I really want them to come on with my parking lights. So Brian gave me a spray that we can use to tint those lights. Now, while I was away, Pa made me a rock and roll bed. Now, I can't show you now because Rocky's got to paint all that. But this piece of bed slides in there. And this piece of bed, when we need to, lifts up and slides down. And that gives us our rock and roll bed. I will show you in a later video. I've got to order sponge for that. We have all the cloth. So Rocky's going to paint in there. He's going to paint around the tailgate. And at the moment, he's masking around these because I really want those lights to work on my driving lights, but they're very bright because they're LEDs. So I'll do you a before photograph or a piece of video, and then when we have them sprayed, I will show you how it looks with the tint. The tint is this stuff here. It's just called tail light tinting, and my mate Brian gave that to me. Right, we are going to go do a little bit of work, and we'll chat to you later. Okay, guys, so one of the lights broke on me, so we had to just read them. So you can see how bright they are there. And they're just too bright. I really want them as driving lights, but they're just too bright. So I have them wired back up to a switch on the dash just to use them as fog lights, but I really want them as driving lights. And now we're going to spray them and try and tint them. So I've given them a couple of coats of paint. Myself and Rocky reckon that they are much darker, and we'll probably give them 1 or 2 more coats again. This is all painted as I showed you earlier on in the video. All the welding that Pa did across there, and then also all that is painted as well because this got scratched while we were lifting this in and out. That box still has to be screwed in, that battery is to go back in there, but the rock and roll bed is done. I'm now going to get that seal, and we're just going to cover the whole engine bay in the deadening and the soundproofing. We're getting bits done. I've measured the foam. I'm going to order the foam. When I go back to base today, I'll order the foam for the middle piece of the bed. But we're getting pieces done. We're going to let that paint dry that Rocky did. Then we're going to put on the back door rubbers. We have the side door rubbers. I've just ordered a new radiator, and I've got the engine bay rubber coming with the radiator as well. So we're just going to let the paint dry for a while, and start fitting rubbers. So we showed you the painting there. Another thing we got done is we got the insulation in there. The only reason we never put that back card on, I was waiting for that locking mechanism, which now works. But now that's on, insulated, soundproofed. It's another job well done. So I mentioned that my buddy Pa, while I was on holidays, did a rock and roll bed for us, and basically what he did was, this piece slides forward, the back, which I have to order sponge for, lifts up and falls down, and it's absolutely brilliant. So this is it in the seating position, and I'll show it to you now in the lying down position. And that's it with the bed down. The bed, myself and Rocky just measured it, it's 6 foot long, so that bed is going to be plenty of, just to get a bit of 4-inch foam. It's in the top of the toolbox, just to get a bit of 4-inch foam for that. And that's the bed. I'll just show you from the back view here. And that's her. So we're going to ring an upholsterer now to see about that, and I'll order some foam when I go home today. And then we'll show it to you in a couple of weeks, well, in a couple of days maybe. We did check a video because there's 2 ways that this rubber can go on, the right way and the wrong way. There's the rubber on. Rocky, will you close the door and see what it feels like? So rubber is on. Before I do, the joint, by the way, lads, is down here. Actually, I'll just point the camera down that way for a second. It's just there where Rocky's hat. Show us where the joint is, Rocky. One video fella said don't put it in the middle. We were actually going to put it in the middle. So what I'll do is pull back a bit. And let's just close it down and see how it feels. Right? Don't be afraid. Slam the damn thing! Oh my god. Oh my god. What do you think? Yep. Okay. Oh my god, because there's no light from that big light coming out or anything. No. And let's do it again. And another reason, by the way, why they say not to put the joint there, because this is going to take the most hacking, loading and unloading, and then the joint can break away. Another job well done. Another job well done. Okay, so the plan now is to get the side door rubber on. Now, the difference in the 2 rubbers, the back door rubber comes in a coil, you open it up and you put it on. The side door comes already complete with the corner folds for the 4 corners. However, you have to take the door off to fit it. So we're not doing that. We're actually going to cut it slightly off center, like the way this one was cut, and we're going to try and fit that now. That's the plan for now. Side door. So I'll give you a photograph of before, and then I'll show you the finish. Okay, so this job was an absolute dog's dinner to do. I've no microphone on, I'm just picking you up from the microphone here. We got it done, it's in, the rubbers are in. I had to ring John and Carlo because they come in one piece, but it was just with too much rubber, to be honest. But she's in, she's all around, she's all sealed, she's in the bottom, she's up the tops, she's across there, she's in. But do you know what, it wasn't as nice to do as the back one. The door closes, it's fine. We have to realign the door a little bit, the sliding door, but the back one we're really, really happy with. So we got to leave today early. Tomorrow we're hoping to get the fridge in, probably a little bit of wiring in. Anthony was here. Oh, Rocky's doing a bit of painting on the doors there because we have we want to do all these bolts black and this has to be done black, so we'll just bring some newspapers to cover the windows. So that'll be done tomorrow as well. He got a lot of painting done on the back seat. The foam arrived while we were here. The foam is at home for the back seat, so I'll ring the upholsterer tomorrow. He's going to do me a favour and get them done within the next week or so. If I drop them down to him and just leave them with him, that's fine. It's only 3 pieces. That's the plan. I got to go. We'll close up this video here. The next video will be the fridge, the painting, and other bits. I decided just to add this into the end of this video because it's little bits. So the bit you just saw there was yesterday. We got the rubbers done, the side door rubber done, the back door rubber done. I've just been tidying up in under here because that is now screwed in. That seat is screwed in to stay. I'll turn this camera and show you the tidying up that Rocky was doing. When we got these rubbers, this piece here was silver, so he's primed and sprayed that. And we've colored all the nuts that were on this because they were silver. And if we go, he did it on both sides. Again, that's just to get one more coat, and he's happy out with it. And again, he sprayed the silver, and now we've been touching this up because we're going to actually fit the fridge now. So I've been sanding this down, and that'll be painted possibly sometime next week. I showed you the rubbers, but the rubbers really do look well. This one was awkward to fit, I'm going to be honest. It really was. So here's the plan now. There's the inside of the van. Excuse the tools. I'm just wiring that little light that's up there. So when I light that, we're lifting the fridge in. So take a look at that now, and I'll show it to you in a couple of minutes. That's the kitchen complete. It's in. It looks brilliant. It's secured in. The seat here is secured in. We've taken out the bed because I've actually to ring an upholsterer today, drop the stuff down to him, and he's just going to try and do it for me over the next few days. And it's down to me now really to get the wiring done. I've still to get on to Doug in Wild Campers Ireland. Check him out on Instagram if you want a van conversion, or if you want to get carpeting done or windows fitted into your van if you're converting it yourself. Wild Campers Ireland on Instagram. I've still to chat to him about carpeting upstairs. That's all. It's just all of up there. It's all wired. That fan is wired. I've lights in. I have lights in over the bed, lights in over the engine bay. We have an outside light. We have the light in the kitchen. We have the lights for ambient light, which are on the speaker seat where the rock and roll bed goes. The rock and roll bed is out because Rocky just took it out there now to get ready to drop down to the upholster. It really, just take a look. So just let me show you where we are on this solstice day, midsummer's day. I'm sure you will agree that the van looks an awful lot better than it did when we started all those months ago. And without this guy here, we wouldn't be. Actually, Rocky was only saying this morning, he didn't think we would be. That's all the bed linen, the sponging ready to go off to be upholstered. And when that's done, I think that's the interior done. I just have to get my finger out and put in all the electrics, the sockets, the leisure battery, the charger, and that's another day. I will finish this video here from me, from Rocky. Where is he? There he is there. Take care of yourselves. To chat again very soon. Bye-bye.